Last week, a middle-aged man told me an interesting story. He came back from Eretz Yisrael through Luton Airport, and in the hall, while he was waiting for his cases, somebody comes up to him, a Chassidish young man, Chassidishly dressed, and asks, "Can you please take through for me 200 cigarettes through customs? As you're not taking anything through, do you mind taking through for me?" So he says, as usual people used to say, "Okay, yes, I'll take through for you." He didn't think maybe it's suspicious, the parcel, or who knows if it's cigarettes, maybe it's not. But anyway, he said he will take it through, and he thought it's not a bad thing to do. For somebody, like I said, I'll take it through. Suddenly, he opens up this parcel, and he sees there's not 200 cigarettes in there, but there's 400. The limited amount you can take through customs is 200 without declaring. 400 you have to declare. He didn't know what to do. If he would have taken it through customs and declared it, he was being moiser, Mumman Yisrael for Meches, and that is not allowed in a way on Shulchan Aruch. I don't know exactly clearly. I haven't seen this thing inside, but that's what he said. To leave it there, just to take 200 and leave them in mafke 200 in the airport, is Mazik Mumman Yisrael, which is in Reish Tzadik Aleph. It says so in Mechaber, you mustn't be a dime Mazik Mumman Yisrael. To take it through, he didn't want to risk. He would get a black blemish on his name, and he travels quite a lot, so he didn't want to have a black blemish on his name. He didn't know what to do, really. In the end, he took it through, and the other fellow told the other fellow off, and the other fellow just afterwards came up to him. In the airport there, he didn't see him anymore. Outside, he saw him, and he says, you gave me 400, you're not right. So he just shrugged his shoulders as if, goonish, and this still goes on. They think you can do these things all the time with people. People are really turning bad. They won't take with anything for you, not even medicines to Eretz Yisrael, because of this kind of behavior of certain people. This is something which is very bad and shocking, that the chesed, which used to be the kindness of taking medicine with Eretz Yisrael, and you used to even go to the place, you say, no, the person doesn't have to ring up and come and fetch it. I'll bring it there. This has been turned down. But the problem this man had is, how comes you drop on me, a fine young man, drop on me 400 cigarettes without thinking? I mean, he said, in future, I'll not take nothing with ever again for anybody. But, what angered me by the meeting of this Atzole Fund, it's Taka Pidyon Shvin. Ramoshla is Sasse, was Machker gewesen for such a mensch, and then, of course, and we have to be Machker for such a mensch, it's Pidyon Shvin, they're in Twise, and it doesn't make a difference why they're in Twise, they are in Twise, and we have to be, try and get them out, or help them as much as possible. But to make the whole them as martyrs, somebody told me he didn't allow his children or grandchildren to go to this Tillim saying for these boys. You're making them into martyrs. And it's true, if you look at the film what I've recorded, the way Abadina and the way the Rabbi Weiss has portrayed these boys, such ehrliche boys. Don't give me this stupidity. They're a bunch of idiots. They don't know where Amsterdam was. They didn't know where Tokyo was, where Japan is. They're a bunch of idiots, backward boys. We have to save them, but don't make them into martyrs as if they're fantastic boys. They've never had something to, of course they've never had something treif or something else like that, the Mesiras Nefesh. But where was Mesiras Nefesh when they saw a tlush hanging? You can get paid $1,000 for traveling to Chutz La'aretz, and they took it. They didn't hesitate in that one thing. Did they ask their parents? Did they advise anybody? Don't make them into martyrs. Don't make them to people that we should look up to and think who knows what they are. This is something very, very wrong in our society. I'm also disappointed that in our society we always have to have tragedies before we get together and we unite into one, like these boys in Japan, or a levaya, or something tragedy has happened, we get into one. When there's a simcha, we can't be into one. I was in Eretz Yisrael and I was in Toldos Arn, the Shomer Aminim, and they want everybody to come in and dance and fry and frimme, Tzimmer's Beis Sheva and everything else. Suddenly over the Ramkol comes out, the loudspeaker comes out saying, please, we are now making a dance only for the boys of our yeshiva of Toldos Arn. Nobody else should join into the dance. This is disgusting. Nobody else should join you to the dance. We are dancing here together. That's why we dance in a circle, to show that we are all the same. In Ger, they dance out and in. Why? To show the reason we dance in a circle is to show that the Rebbe Shalom is in the middle, and we're all exactly the same away from the Rebbe Shalom. It doesn't matter whether you go with a yellow kaftan, a black kaftan, a short jacket, not a short jacket, a Sephardic shelevish. We are all exactly the same with the Rebbe Shalom. And here comes over the loudspeaker such a statement that we should say we don't want only boys from our yeshiva to dance here. I straight away took my grandson. I said, this is not a place for us to stay in dancing, because ein years alakim bamukem azeh visni shtuka achtes ahava verachlich verachtes verayes between Klal Yisrael, that one loves the other. That's not a place where I want to dance with. I rather went to Kalin, where everybody had a place, where everybody danced there, nobody looked at anybody. And when you'll see the pictures I made of Kalin, you'll see all kinds of boys dancing together, not just us. Do you know something? A few years ago, my big son, was still a young boy. This is about 20 years ago, I think. Maybe, not even 20 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe. He wasn't in bar mitzvah yet. And I went into Ger, and my son doesn't go into Ger after. Somebody asked me, why is your son not a Ger Chosed? Why doesn't he ever come into Ger even? I said to him, you know why? I'll tell you. And I asked my son, and he told me why. He said he was here in the Ger Stiebel in London. He came in on some Torah or something to dance, and he danced with the boys. And somebody said to him, du tanzen nur die Gerer. Only the Gerer boys, because he learned in Belz Yeshiva, that's where he learned in Cheder, and he went on to the Yeshiva Ktane from Belz. Du tanzen nur die Belz, only the Gerer dancing, not anybody else. He said to me, this is not a place for me, and decided I have nothing but lost in this kind of place where this kind of behavior is practiced. He said, I can't live in this kind of place. But me, every Yid is the same. And this is what I feel proud of when I feel that I've transported my thoughts to my son. So these thoughts that I've said just now are quite controversial, and lots of people will not agree with these thoughts. But if you want to debate with me, not to be cheeky to me, I'll leave you my number, 07974 258 097. You can ring me up, we can have a discussion. But it's so important that the Have Achva V'Rayes, the Yedidishaft, shouldn't only be there when there is tragedy about, but should be there when we have simchas, when we're dancing simchas by Sheva, when we're dancing simchas Torah, when we're dancing by Chasna, not do tanzen nor there, do tanzen. It's planted into these children. You are different, we are different. This is really what is happening today in society. The Ger Rebbe makes make a party in Italy somewhere. I'm not against it. They have to raise funds and they want to do something, but it's got a goyish connotation.